Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rais bin Ruslan. My metric number is 1221362. And now I want to present about background of our research title, which is the impact of study habits, peer interaction, and lecturer communication on academic performance and student stress. Our study focus is on three key factors that influence this outcome. Now, first is study habits, including time management and learning strategies. The second is peer interaction, which is both academic and social support. And the last is lecturer communication, which like clarity, approachability, and feedback. Although these factors has been studied individually, our research explores how they work together to affect academic performance and stress. This is important for students, educators, and advisors in developing strategies for better learning and emotional well-being. And the next slide is a conceptual framework. Next, let's look at our conceptual framework. We developed four research questions. First is what is the relationship between time management and academic performance? The second is how do learning strategies affect academic performance? The third is there a significant link between effective interaction and academic performance? And fourth is among the three, which is the most significant predictor? And from this question, we outline two objectives. To examine the effects of study habits, peer interaction, and lecturer communication on academic performance. And the second is to analyze their connection to students' stress levels. We also form four hypotheses. Each has a null and alternative version. For example, H0, there is no significant relationship between time management and academic performance. And the second is H1, there is a significant relationship. The same format applies for learning strategies, effective interaction, and overall prediction. And the next slide is slide number 3, check for missing values. Before running any analysis, we had to make sure our data was complete. We did a pre-missing value check using the link in the slide function in SPSS. This showed that there were no missing values in any part of the data set, including demographic data and the variables of study. To confirm this, we also did a post-missing check using the drop-down link as stated in the slide function. The data set remained unchanged, which proves that our data is clean, complete, and ready for analysis. This step is very important because missing data can affect the accuracy of results and lead to biased interpretation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Muhammad Isanabil bin Wan Suhaimi. My number metric 1221447. For the conduct reliability test, independent variable, the reliability analysis showed that the 10 items had a good internal consistency with a Krobach alpha of 0.780. This indicates that the items are reliably measuring the same underlying construct and are appropriate for future analysis. Next, the reliability test for the 10 item scale showed a Krobach alpha value of 0.698, which is slightly below the conventional threshold of 0.70. Although this indicates borderline reliability, the scale may still be considered acceptable for exploratory research, especially if supported by theoretical justification. The 10 item scale produced a Krobach alpha of 0.684, suggesting a moderate level of internal consistency, although slightly below the standard threshold of 0.70. The scale may still be considered acceptable for preliminary of exploratory analysis. For dependent variable, the reliability analysis showed a Kropatsch alpha value of 0.443 for the 10-item scale, indicating pure internal consistency. This suggests that the item may not consistently measure the same construct and that revision or refinement of the scale is needed. Once the missing value in the data was found, we finish the data and compute the independent variable, which is time management, learning strategies, effective interaction, and dependent variable, which is academic performance until there was no more missing data.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haikal Aiman bin Amiruddin Baki and my matrix number 1223039. Today I would like to present about descriptive analysis. This table gives a summary of the main variables IV1, IV2, IV3 and about DV1 across all go to the participants. Based on this schedule, the descriptive results show that student response for all variables are generally moderate to positive, with IV2 showing the highest agreement. The distribution of scores is mostly normal and consistent, indicating reliable and balanced data across all variables. And for the number of respondents, there here all go and minimum and maximum, lowest and highest scores recorded for each variable, mean the average score, standard deviation, how much the score vary from the mean split of the data. The skewness, tell if the data is symmetric or skewed based on negative, left skew, positive, and the right skew. And the kurtosis tell about the peakedness of the distribution. Positive and peaked negative is similar as flat. So I go to the frequencies. So for frequency, we have a four table, which is for this slide. I have two tables. For this table, confirms that all variables have complete data, meaning is no missing values, and valid and all goal participants answer question for each variable, which is gender, age, CGPA, IV1 and DV1, and missing, which is no missing data. SPSS found all values filled, and this show the distribution of gender among respondents, which is male 16, around 70.8%, female 74, 82.2%, and total for this respondent is all about go respondent. So for this table, for this slide, we have two tables, which is age and CGPA. For the age, from the total of Go respondents, the majority, which is 74 people or 82.2 percent, are aged 22 to 23 years old. Only 16 people, which is 17.8%, are 24 old and above. And this show the most of the participants are young adults, likely in their final year of university. For the CGPA, cumulative grade point average, out of the same goal respondent, which is the majority, 60 people or 66.7% have a CGPA between 3 to 3.49, indicating good academic performance, while 12 students, which is 13.3% between 3.5 to 4 flat, showing excellent performance, and 18 students, which is 20%, fall within the 2.50 to 2.99 for their academic result. So, and then lastly, I want to explain about conduct variance analysis by using the theta sample. So for this schedule, I have a statistic and independent sample test, which is group statistic summary. Male, we have a n similar 16 and mean similar 3.2750, and standard deviation, which is 0.30000. And about female, we have a n similar 74 and mean similar 3.3486, and standard deviation is 0.36311. And the second schedule, which is independent sample test, which is SIG, has two tail, which is 0.451, and this value is greater than 0.05, which means there is no significant difference between male and female score for DV1, and mean difference is 0.07365, and male score slightly lower than the female. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. My name is Muhammad Hakim bin Muhammad Lutfi, matrix number 1221417. Now I want to talk about correlation between variable. Now we can see the paragraph. This study examined how time management, effective interaction, and learning strategies relate to academic performance. The results show that effective interaction R432 and learning strategies R388 have a moderate and significant positive relationship with academic performance. This means students who are emotionally engaged and use effective study method tend to achieve better results. However, time management show only a weak and non-significant correlation with academic performance R192P070 suggestion suggesting it may not strongly influence academic success in this sample. Additionally, effective interaction and learning strategies were also positively related to each other. R461, indicating that emotional engagement supports better study habits. Okay, next we can see the scatter. Okay, the scatter plot shows a weak but positive relationship between academic performance and effective interaction. As academic performance increase, effective interaction tends to increase safety. However, the R2 value of 0.187 tells us that academic performance only explains about 80.7% of the variation, and in effective interaction, many other factors are likely at play. Next, we see this chart explores the relationship between academic performance and time management. While the regression line has a slightly positive slope, the R value is only 0.037, which means that academic performance explains less than 4% of the variance in time management. In other words, there is almost no meaningful relationship here. Students' academic results do not strongly correlate with how well they manage their time based on this data. This chapter plot illustrates a moderately positive relationship between academic performance and learning strategies. With an RO value of 0.15, we see that 50% of the variation in students' learning strategies can be explained by their academic results. This means students who perform better academically also tend to apply learning strategies more consistently, although other factors likely influence this as well. Okay, next we go to the regression analysis. This model summary shows that learning strategies have a moderate impact on academic performance. The correlation value R508 indicates a positive relationship between the two variables. The R square value of 258 means that learning strategies explain about 25.8% of the variation in students' academic performance. The adjust R square value of 232 confirms these results, taking into account the sample size and number of predictors. The standard error of 0.30865 suggests a reasonably accurate prediction with only a small average difference between predict and actual scores. Now we see the ANOVA table shows that the overall regression model is statistically significant, meaning that the combination of learning strategies, Time management and effective interaction significantly predicts academic performance with an F value of 9.984 and a p value less than 0.001. The result confirms that the predictors, when taken together, explain a meaningful portion of the variation in students' academic outcomes. This indicates that these learning-related factors are important in influencing academic success. Okay, for the last one, the confidence table reveals how each variable affect academic performance when analyzed together. The results show that both effective interaction and learning strategies are significant positive predictors of academic performance. Effective interaction has a stronger impact B227P010 followed by learning strategies B 194P013, indicating that students who are emotionally engaged and use effective study methods tend to perform better. On the other hand, time management shows a weak and non-significant effect B109P084, suggesting that it does not meaningfully influence academic outcomes in this model. Overall, the finding highlight that emotional engagement and good learning strategies are more critical to student success than time management alone.